Hey there, ladies and gents, welcome back to the vlog. My name is Drew, and we are here for another episode of Drew's Startup Vlog. So, wardrobe change. I took my hoodie off because it is Texas in the middle of summer and it's hot. But here's the thing, whenever you go into a restaurant or like a building in Texas, since it's hot and blistering hot, every time the AC is turned down to like negative 47 degrees. So that's why I wear a hoodie, just in case it's a little chilly or a little too chilly in the place that I'm at. So, talking about getting good talent. There's a really great chapter in Good to Great. Good to Great is a book by Jim Collins in which he had a team of researchers kind of aggregate all this data on these companies that went from good to great enduring companies. And one of the first chapters is the chapter about getting the right people on the bus, or getting the right talent and retaining the right talent for any enterprise or business. And obviously Good to Great is written for clients or companies that are very large and looking to make the next big step in their evolution. But the concepts also apply to startups as well. And a lot of the time in the book, they talk a lot about the right people are always intrinsically motivated, or they're motivated on their own. And a big part of getting somebody to work for you for free, as in the case with a lot of startups, is you have to have very self-motivated people. And the way that you find self-motivated people is really, really difficult. I don't want to say that there's one person that's 100% all the time good at finding good talent. Despite what any recruiter or HR person tells you, they don't get it right 100% of the time. We didn't get it right 100% of the time. We've had some people shuffle in and out of mechanics and out of the food group team. That's totally fine. That's to be expected. You're a startup business. You're getting your legs. You're building disciplines to help you succeed in the long run. And with that, there's usually some planar shift here and there. But getting back to the point that I was making, you can't always know 100% of the time who's self-motivated and who's not. But usually you can tell based on some key factors like their work ethic, how they talk about vision and what they want to do with their life. It's, like I said, it's hard. And I'm thinking about it, and the one thing that really helped me when I was trying to find people that I wanted to work with is don't always look to your friends, because there's the old saying that if you go into business with your friends, you're sure to ruin your friendship, or some paraphrase of that. But I'm glad to say that my business partner, he's one of my best friends. We've known each other for a little bit, and then we decided to go into business together. And thankfully, thus far, fingers crossed, nothing bad has happened, so we're good. And again, sometimes it's not even friendships. The reason that you don't go into business with your friends is not necessarily that you want to ruin your friendship, but the mechanics or the social pun mechanics, the societal and the social skills that go into having a friendship aren't always conducive to business. That is to say that if you're friends with somebody, it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be good coworkers or good business partners with them, if that makes sense. And I could go on and on and on about that, but that's another video entirely. But all that's to say, sometimes it's your friends that you go into business with, sometimes it's somebody who shares a common goal or a common vision, and sometimes it's somebody completely unexpected that you meet and you just really admire their work ethic and you've known them for a little bit, you trust them, and you make a decision that maybe it's a good idea to go into business. But needless to say, there has to be some rapport. You don't just pick up somebody off the corner of the street and say, hey, you want to be in a startup? That's not how you find talent. So look very hard at work ethic, look very hard at motivation, look at people and how they talk about their vision, what they want to do with their life, if they want to make an impact versus make a lot of money or something like that. It's usually the people that talk about making an impact and making a difference that are the most motivated. Not always, but most of the time. If you're only focused on money, or you're only focused on this, that, or the other substantial or material things, that's usually not a sign that they're going to be motivated, because the minute they don't see a check, they're not going to come. And that's a big part of it too. Obviously with a startup, you're putting in a lot of sweat equity. You may not get paid for a little while, so getting motivated and staying motivated through hitting milestones and completing goals and objectives is key to making sure that you retain your talent, because it's one person to bring somebody onto a team, but retaining them and making sure that they're working as efficiently as possible is another thing entirely. And they have whole classes, whole business degrees written around management of people. So that gives you some perspective. But to wrap things up, I'm rambling a little bit here. Go and read Getting the Right People on the Bus, that chapter from Good to Great. That'll give you a lot of perspective. Make sure to look for good work ethic, good motivation, internal motivation skills. That's another big concept in Good to Great, is the right people don't need to be motivated. They're intrinsically motivated. And thirdly, make sure that as you're working on stuff that you set goals and you achieve those goals, because those will continue to motivate people. If you work on a project for 6 months and you have nothing to show for it, people are going to get really discouraged really quickly. So hope that answers the question and gives you guys some perspective. And again, remember, there's no perfect formula for it. If you have to shuffle people in and out, that's fine. It's business. And obviously in the first couple months, you want to make sure that everybody's pulling their weight. And if it's one of those cases where it's just not working out and you're better off being friends, then it's better for you guys to just be friends versus business partners. So, as always, we'll wrap up today's video in the normal way, and that is by me saying, always remember, friends, that you are wanted, you are loved, and you are appreciated. You have a special talent that nobody else has, and the world is waiting on you to bring it out. So muster a little courage, go out into the world, and change it. That's what the world's waiting on. You.